Okay. You can.
Okay, you
go.
can start there.
Okay. Because we had the Germans in our house, my father had certain privileges because he to go from one village to another, always you had to have permission. We're not, we never been free to, the Greeks, to go from point one to point two. But because we had the Germans, and because my father's occupation was buying, going to the villages and try to buy lands just to supply the butcher shop, they gave him one paper was saying he's free to go any place. Now, my father every morning was going and was organized how to feed the resistance. And of course, he was doing what he had to do, make deals. And we had also that time the Milo. Milo means
The flour.
to make the
flour.
the flour was primitive, and we used to produce lots of flour. So, and of course, they needed a lot, the partisans, they needed the wool, because with the wool they had the certain people who was doing, anything they needed to be worn, jackets, whatever. So the job of my father was to provide all these things. We had that mill was working 24 hours a day. And every night, through not from the main road, but from other areas, the car with the horse, the horse and buggy filled with the buggy filled with flour and everything, milk, cheeses, everything was going every day to the mountain and feed. This way we used to try, my father, to feed as many as he can do. That happened many times until one time the horse, the buggy, and the worker disappeared. And that was another tragedy of that stupid occupation and terrifying war. That was another.
You wanna?
Yeah.
All right, let's pause it a second.